Hi, and welcome to the Grayscale Draw YouTube channel. In this specific video, I'm going to focus on adding color. Adding the colors at this stage of the drawing, after adding the grayscale tones, is quite simple, considering that regarding the previous steps, we worked quite well organizing by grouping the objects by types or materials or otherwise. If we are satisfied with this organizing part, we can go further by creating a new layer above the layer we want to work on and turning it into a layer mask. We do this to isolate the objects we want to work on. On top of this layer mask, we just add the color using the bucket tool and use a blending mode that we consider more suitable to the results we want to achieve. Regarding these blending modes, I use three in particular. Mostly I use the color blending mode, then the overlay, and from time to time I use the screen mode or others. That depends. And that's it pretty much. I repeat this process until every object in the scene has its own color added. After I choose a color, that color remains. I only change it by using adjustment layers as hue and saturation, color balance, and a few others. Sometimes, from case to case, if necessary, I go back to the base layer, the one in gray tones, and, if it needs, I add a few more details. After adding almost all the colors in the scene, I move on and focus and work on the lighting the scene, trying to achieve that warm and cozy home feeling. And failing to obtain the desired result for now. It's a back and forth process, going back to the grayscale layer and add details, creating the shadows and reflections to all kind of surfaces, adding some glow to the line layer where it needs it. The reason why I chose to detail the exterior as well, overloading it on top with a full moon, is related to a memory that I have with my grandma. I was sitting with my grandma on the porch of her house on a night like the one that I drew, and she showed me that the moon has a face just like a man, with a nose, two eyes and a mouth. Then she told me that somewhere a long time ago the moon was a kind of a superhero, and that she observed everything from her height and even warned people if something bad happened. Pretty interesting so far. After she told me all of this, I asked, "Grandma, is the moon still doing this now?" She replied that the moon doesn't do this anymore. I asked, "But why?" And then my grandma told me that on a night like that, to which we were also witnessed, the moon in the high sky just saw some thieves who were stealing. Without thinking too much, the moon sounds the alarm. The thieves, hearing that they were unmasked, run away, but the moon observes every place where they try to hide. In a moment of desperation, seeing that they have no chance to escape, one of them grabs some sand in his hand and throws it into the eyes of the moon, at which point the moon becomes completely blind. And since then, the moon remained blind and doesn't talk to us anymore. I can't wait to upload the last episode in this series, where I reveal the making of process of the character's design. Until then, I wish you a happy new year. Goodbye.